All right, welcome, welcome. Let's see. Is chat not working on this scene either? Oh boy. I swear. I'm just playing around with these, aren't I? Down there, move down there. If that works. Nope, that does not work. What is up with this chat? Let's try deleting it. Where are ya? And test that out real quick. There we go. Okay. Chat box is working. I'm definitely going to need to start using different software for this. Alright, so welcome in. Last time we left off, I believe we were going to analyze some blood. So pretty early on into the game. But we are in our office, which has our own little bed. The director was nice enough to give us a bed in our little office. How kind. Do I do this here? No, that's just crafting. Where do I do blood analyzing? Oh, no, it is at the workbench. Blood sample of William Bishop. Analyze. Light regeneration serum. Regenerate 300 health points instantly, then 150 health points over 15 seconds. That seems very useful. Fortunately, I can't even make it right now. I need ferrous tartrate and sodium hychlorite solution. I don't even know how to get
William
those.
Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night.
Well, what if I want to go out in the sunlight? Dear Jonathan, I asked Nurse Crane to secure an office for you on the second floor. Please forgive the austere decoration, but Pembroke Hospital is not exactly the Ritz. Sorry to let you discover your office alone, but I need to sleep a little before going back to work. I'm just a mere mortal after all. I also gave orders to let you rest and for the staff to never enter your room. You will be able to sleep all day without being disturbed and work at night without raising any suspicion. I'm afraid the place is quite messy, but you'll be able to conduct your experiments here at your own pace. You'll also notice there is an open window with a scaffolding that will allow you to enter or exit the hospital without being noticed. I imagine how awfully new and disturbing this all must be for you. Believe me, I have studied enough of your species to understand what you must now be facing and feeling. Be assured I'll do whatever I can to help you in this ordeal. Know that you're not completely alone facing it. I'm glad I met you. These dark times we are all presently facing. I hope our future collaboration will yield great results. Welcome to Pembroke, my esteemed colleague. We shall talk soon. Oh, you're good, Ari. I knew you'd pop in at some point. Yours sincerely, Edgar Griffith Swansea. P.S. I left a copy of some of my notes concerning what I have discovered about Akon in the last few years. Feel free to read about it if you need some guidance, as long as you don't use this knowledge to take advantage of me. Also, his middle name is Griffith. I don't trust that. I've read Berserk too much. I don't trust anybody with the name Griffith. Alright, let's go to sleep. Alright, I already spent most of my XP that I can spend. Oh, that's reset. I don't want to reset. But that said rest. Good to know I can reset my skills.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But What about my thirst for blood?
Well, I mean, if you get thirsty, you should drink something. Also, where's the window that I can get out from? I want to go out through the window. He said there's a window I could get out from.
I'm not one to make ways, Doctor. I've patients to attend.
You know, it might help if you were actually at the door. Oh, you know,
Yes,
whatever.
Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
Do we
A
now?
crisis, you say?
Our supply
Yes,
of
stay
antiseptics
thirsty,
is
my
nearly
friends.
depleted.
Stay
I was
thirsty.
hoping there was another box up here, but
We don't have any
What
antiseptics.
type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
you have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
So get
I
a new
may have a
supplier.
solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
Yes, we will use our brains
If
as
combined correctly,
antiseptics.
certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
Oh boy.
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there
So-
first. Where is this morgue?
You don't have a
It's the
storeroom
large
with
building
chemicals in
behind
it
the
and
hospital.
drugs?
You'll need to go in the back
In a
door
hospital?
because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a
And it's
small
been
back
sealed off for
entrance at the
sanitary
end of the narrow
reasons.
street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital.
That,
A small door
that
at
doesn't
the end
bode
of a
well.
narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Wasn't even part of the hospital, and they still sealed it off. That's bad. Alright, let's go downstairs. Enter the old morgue.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be.
Wow, that's kind of dark.
The pain. It's here again.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed,
Yeah, Bucky's
a new
IQ.
surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your
Oh
pardon.
boy, we
What
got
are
an
you begging
edgelord.
for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling
Thelma
me
Howcroft.
mortal. Why is
Howcroft.
that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
So I think I entered the crazy part of the hospital. Let's ask personal questions. Who are you really?
Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
Yes,
I'm
please.
curious to know who you were
Give me some proof.
before becoming a vampire.
Show me that
There
you're a
is such
vampire.
long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds. you see.
Clearly. Let's see, your life in London.
And
You
why
are
do
a
you believe you're
vampire.
a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Okay, cool. I'm God then. Bow down before me.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades.
That
I
doesn't
sense
sound pleasant.
the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard
sounds
of
a little-
Cotard syndrome? Miss
A little off her rock. She
Never.
might
It's a
need
mental
to be
illness
tied down.
discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Yes. Yes.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from
She's
my
not
enemies.
patient. She's
I
only
can leave
wearing
whenever I
the
want.
patient's
As
robes
a woman,
because, you know,
a
she feels
spirit,
like it.
fog, or
She's
bat.
actually a nurse.
Who are these enemies you mentioned?
She likes to
Can
drink
you
the blood of the
describe them?
patients.
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
Yeah,
The
don't worry, we'll
staff
take
here
care
are
of you.
not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here.
What did he
I'll
say he won't
personally
wear?
make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Wait. Because he's a man, he's not gonna wear patient thing. Does he normally wear those? I'm confused. Oh, the robes. Well, he says he's a man and then does very boyish things. So, but we won't get too much into that. So Thelma believes she's a vampire. Then we don't have the other two hints yet. No, I need those two hints to
I'll leave you,
ask her that.
Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Time has lost its
I like
effect
how
on
I'm
me,
calling her Mistress of the
but
Dark now.
suffering continues.
What about you?
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't
What's
think
wrong
you
with
can
your
help me.
face?
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty
He was
little mug
actually
right
talking
off,
about wearing patient
but they
robes.
still call me Thomas Elwood.
That is a bizarre place for a conversation to go.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you
Yeah, the patient
precisely
gown.
why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It
I'm
just
definitely
hurts
curious as
under
to how
the
that
scars,
conversation started.
if you get my drift.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not
just
to
frown.
speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not the not the easiest way to find anything out, honestly, by overhearing it.
Can I do anything for your
for your
pain?
pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Yeah, he's still feeling all of the pain from when his face got burnt off.
But the suffering continues.
Oh, we got a thing about Miss Hawcroft's disease. Well, let me ask how long
Where
he
were you
served.
stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense.
Well, I want to talk
I was
about it.
pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war,
Actually, as a
sir.
doctor.
No offense.
How close are you to Miss Hawcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here.
What?
Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While
So
I'm
he likes
busted
it.
on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof
Nibble.
that
He,
there's hope for me.
he said nibble. As in like a tiny little bite. Not nipple. Nibble. Did you let her bite
So
you?
do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of me blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing
For
than
anyone
she's...
And
watching,
it's another good reason for me to
if
stay
someone
here,
bites you
Doctor.
and they draw blood, wash the bite immediately. If it's a large bite and a lot of blood, you probably want to go to the hospital. Uh, you can get really sick from a bite from a person. Like, you can get really bad septic sick. Like, it's bad. We have a lot of bacteria in our mouths.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her
I mean,
madness,
this guy clearly
she
enjoys
never
it, but
refers to my scars.
I don't think most people would enjoy a
Frankly,
bite that's
if I could, I'd join
drawing
her
blood.
world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
All right. Let's see. Only got 650. Oh yeah, you can see how burnt his face is. His nose is actually twisted. Hard to see in the actual thing. All right.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Bye, Mr. Elwood.
Damn! The pain.
I can't talk to
Here
them.
again.
Oh, priest.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little
What
delirious,
did he think he said to me?
perhaps.
I don't
But
remember
who
him saying
wouldn't be
anything
after enduring
like rude
an
or anything.
abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Let's see.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
I mean, hey, that's what you're into.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
So she's actually addicted to blood.
You dared
he's
to enter
implying.
this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just
Why
a
not
man
both?
trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Let's see.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I
You
met him
know the
before I
Muffin
found
Man?
you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand.
Yeah, my
good old
strange
Tom.
addictions.
Without men like him,
I would not be
corruption and
surprised
despair
if there's
would have
somebody
wiped
on
out
there
these
with a
dead
blood
long ago.
addiction.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice.
Yeah, that's a
nothing.
good point. Where are all
It's
the
a damn
cops?
shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
That's fair.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers trade union.
So,
The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
another thing about the Wet Boot Boys.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion,
Wait,
Booth
Clay
Digby.
Cox. We brought him into the hospital. We had him brought into the hospital. He's not missing. So Clay Cox was the leader of the Wet Boot Boys.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Sound kind of depressed by that. Personal questions. What do you do for a living?
What do you do
Are
for
you
a
a
living,
priest?
Mr. Hampton? I
Or are
can't
you a
help
doctor?
but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks, and I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
So you make jewelry?
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the
Oh
good
god,
word.
he's not even a priest, he's just a guy with a cross.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Interesting.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really. But I recognize
Yeah,
Miss
big
Harriet
priest.
Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came
He's
to
a
see
wannabe.
her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick
He's
can
a
be
phony.
an important
A great
part
big
of the
phony.
healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Let's see,
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
Oh yeah, how much? I mean, 3,000 XP if I were to drain his blood. Quite a bit.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Even if we don't. It's okay. Let's see. I don't want to talk to them right now. Let me go to the old morgue. So I need to go out, go around this way. Who are you?
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has
This must be
joined us.
that old
I
doctor
can't think of any
the
better news during
burnt-faced
these
man was
terrible
talking
times.
about.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett's, yes,
Yeah,
I
but
remember.
that would make
I was
sense.
assisting Professor Carell in his research about
In fact,
coronary
if
bypasses.
our protagonist was
He
really
had nothing
smart,
but praise for you.
he'd basically
He was
make
also
some
very
blood
confident
packs,
about your
refrigerate
future.
them,
And look
and
at
then
you
just
now.
drink them as he
Eminent
needs them.
surgeon and blood
That way,
transfusion
nobody even
specialist.
suspects that, he's a vampire and needs to drain blood.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
I mean, I'm used to working in a place that, doesn't put all of their drugs and sanitation equipment in a morgue that's not even attached to the hospital.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
So tell me about the
What can you tell me
staff.
about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But
Wow.
during this troubled period, there is no time for slander.
Why don't you
prefer
tell
to
us how you
focus
really
on the
feel?
Positive character traits.
Positive
Tell me more
characters.
about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is
I'll
the
just
most
assume
helpful
everybody
and
you don't
dedicated
mention
nurse
is
I've ever
horrible,
worked with.
and I don't
A
want to
clever
interact
and
with.
cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Oof. Misogyny.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong.
Yes, that sounds
Swansea's a good
horrible.
administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office down again.
Alright.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Alright, let's go. Go to this morgue. Yeah, I can't do any little shadow jumps if I want to. And then, yeah, I'm going the right way. And I just need to go this way. I believe it's this way. Oh, now I can do my little shadow jump. Do those enemies respawn? No, they don't. Okay. I didn't think they would. What's in here? Got some grease, got some screws. Public notice. Prevent influenza. Cover each cough and sneeze with a handkerchief. Walk to work. Do not spit. Drink from your own cup. Avoid crowds. If taken ill, go to bed and send for a doctor. To make a mask, take a piece of ordinary cheesecloth 8 by 16 inches. Fold it to make it 8 by 8 inches. Next, fold this to make it 8 by 4 inches. The cord's about 10 inches long at each corner. Apply over mouth and nose as shown in the picture. I've had notices like that a couple years ago. Let's see. I did see an interactable chest over here. Got 2 small bottles. Anything else I can grab? Yeah, it was very detailed. Definitely something we could have used at some point. There's posters of that planted everywhere in the US. Although considering how many people not like that idea, maybe not the best. Quarantine influenza. Keep out of this area. Where am I? Oh. I need to go in here. Oh yes. This looks like a sanitary place to put all of your medical supplies. Oh, this was actually attached to a little garden area where I fought those things in the last stream. Alright. Let's go into the highly unsanitary place where all of our stuff is, apparently. Alright. Find useful medical ingredients in the old morgue. So I got a couple glass vials. Can I use my senses? No. Really showing up on there. I see a pool of blood down there. Unless somebody just spilled red paint. Looks like. So there's probably somebody living here. Oh. I think I accidentally pressed F. Okay. Okay, so that goes into the hospital. Gotcha. Alright, let's go back in. If you're not strong enough, remember that the blood of citizens is the fastest way to evolve. Alright. I do hear things. I don't know if I'm gonna find enemies or not. I assume I will. Oh, there's some money. Got 5 shillings. I'd say I'm rich, but clearly 5 shillings isn't enough to buy anything. There doesn't seem to be anything else in here. Upstairs. Oh, yep. Let's see. Let's try out my new ability. Get that stun is nice. He's just going after me. Alright, let's drain his blood, get some of my HP back.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the
Watery,
same
sturdy
strain.
blood sample.
This sickness moves faster than influenza.
The cigarette case. Oh, yeah, here's one of the things I need. Quinine? Is that how you pronounce that? And there's another body here. This looks like one of those pre-1 people. Which means I might have to deal with those in a minute.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Got an underground key. Couple bottles of alcohol. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure it's the rubbing alcohol kind, not the pleasant alcohol kind. Oh, hello. Hey. Alright. Jeez. Oh. Oh. Jeez. There we go. Oh, no. And then he's gonna heal, isn't he? Alright. I mean, drain your blood, and then I can heal myself. Oh, jeez. Oh, camera's getting a little funky. There we go. Got some more quinine. Still don't know what that is, or if I'm even pronouncing it right.
Balls of Mars. Fortified.
Vampyr's tartrate.
As popular as they are ineffective. But
Yeah.
they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Go up here. Can't go in there. Dead body. Watery, rich blood sample. Interesting. Alright, let's go down. Down to... Oh. Ooh. Where did he go off to? That's a little terrifying. Somebody's got similar abilities to me. Oh. There's a couple enemies down here.
These scowls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
And stun him real quick. I can do that. Drain his blood. And take him out with that. I think I'm getting the hang of combat. Oh, hello. There we go. Get some blood. Oh. Oh, apparently there's an enemy in there. Alright. He's down. Ooh, more ferrous tartrate. That's good, I'm gonna need that. More quinine. Some bullets. Just break that open. Actually. How do I switch to the scythe? I'm just gonna use my revolver. Got more bullets for it now. I can switch back later. Get some blood. Slash at him. There we go. And what was that noise? Anything in here I can use? Oh, there's something. I'm rich! Got 3 more shillings. Alright. G27. Oh. Something going on here.
It's locked.
Alright. New citizen investigation is available. Local investigations. Citizen investigations are displayed here, categorized by districts. You can start a new citizen quest by tracking it with left click, then access to your map, locate the area to explore. So, yeah, I already did that for Milton, I guess. Interesting. Find the cause of death. Thelma, okay. Find out who's spying on Thelma. Guess reach the pharmacy. Let's see. Office of Pembroke Hospital, medical examiner, Court of Investigation, Defendant Samuel Connor, race Caucasoid, sex male, age 39, home address unknown, occupation fisherman, type of death natural, probable cause of death fast progressing pneumonia by virus induced pulmonary consolidation. Examination attendees Dr. Corcoran Tibbets, Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. So, okay.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
Interesting. So, what was it? So it's actually that one that I should be looking at. Thing. Oh, I can actually do a thing in here.
Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman.
Okay, so those are normal.
Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened.
So someone reopened his chest. That's kind of nasty.
A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful.
So what killed him?
Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then
nice.
He tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
So Tippett's accidentally killed a patient. That's nice. Not such a good doctor anymore, is he? Ooh, use Liston knife. Equip it and press right mouse button to directly absorb blood. That sounds like a fantastic weapon. Free blood absorption. Oh yeah. I'm gonna like that. Just need a key though. That lockbox there. There's something in here. Ooh, glass files. Actually, let me switch over back to my machete. It was a little easier to use. Knock this door. Can't look at that postcard. Would like to look at that postcard. Anybody else? No, just... Alright. That actually did a ton of damage. Oh, I'm surprised that did that much damage. Alright, so that's where I just was. Doesn't look like I can do anything in there. And this looks kind of sus. Yeah, I don't trust that. Yep. John Doe. Alright, alright. There we go. Oh, he's got doubles. Oh, I attacked a double. I think this guy's also a vampire too. Yeah, I'm not gonna trust everything. Not when it was clearly a boss fight. Oh, he nullified that. Still keep attacking the double. This guy is not easy. Heal, heal, heal. Get to drain some blood. At least get enough for another heal. No, God. I might die here. Yeah, I don't think hugging is the solution. There we go. Oh boy.
These skulls can be so ferocious.
That came very close.
I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
It is very tempting.
Sodium hypochlorite.
Oh, don't say two at once.
Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
Jump up here. Could I have taken the stairs? No, I couldn't have. Okay. That's why it gave me that option. Watery rich blood sample, enigmatic formula. I'm assuming I'll be able to make potions with this stuff. Let's see. Analyze blueprints. Ooh, treatment for cold, bronchitis, pneumonia. Light blood serum. Regenerates 60 blood points instantly. So yeah, I'm basically going to need a lot of these. So let's make that. I need more sodium hypochlorite, which I assume is not easy to get. Oh, Irish tartrate, aluminum shard, aluminum powder, glass vial. I guess I actually can get quite a few of these. Alright, that works. Can I upgrade these? See. Level 2 gives me 8 blood absorption. Definitely gonna need that. Can't get level 3 yet. That'll bring it up to 10 blood absorption. But I need to get a more aluminum powder. Absorb 2.5 blood points when the weapon hits. Increase stamina consumption by 10%. You can basically upgrade these into different forms. Alright. Then he will hear me, heal me. Alright. I should be able to get a new ability too if I wanted to. Oh, hello. Yeah, come at me, bro. Come at me. Oh yeah, that heals way more blood. And actually heal myself. Oh yeah. I'm liking this side weapon here. Just instant blood. Definitely something I'm gonna keep using. Oh, that's nice. Looks like these guys keep coming. Oh, 2 at once. Well, Ari, you're getting your wish. 2 at once. Ooh. Hit both of them at once. There we go. Come out. Oh, sodium hypochlorite. That's exactly what I needed to make more regen potions. Where am I going? I don't know where I'm going. Guess this way. I shall be Vampire Chuck Norris. I shall bite people with my beard. Alright. Craft the treatment for fatigue. I gotta go back to the hospital first. Garbage. That... Oh, gave me 2 screws. See? Digging through the garbage is beneficial.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding?
See, nurses are needed now. Inquire at the nearest Labor National. Very, very informative. I believe I need to go to the 2nd floor. I believe it's gonna be this way. Basically, I need to go to my office. Oh, you're walking around. Prevent disease. Do not cough in public.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
You're getting a little creepy there. Tell me about Thomas.
Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
That's kind of sweet.
Would you say
evolved.
you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
Yes, of course, you're a vampire.
Do you
Yep,
plan to make
can't forget
him
that.
a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Well, you do have a heart. Yeah, so your hints are still locked.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Alright. Let me go up and get... Make this treatment for fatigue. So, I actually have enough for it. Oh, that gives me 100 XP. So I can craft treatments and it'll give me XP, or is that because I just completed the quest? Yeah, I think that was because I completed the quest. Well, that's disappointing. Alright. Let's see. Let me grab a new skill. Let's see. Increase the number of bullets you can carry. Now carry 3 serums. Let's see. Shadow Veil. Drain your stamina to fade into the shadows and become invisible. Moving in this state will drain more stamina. You will exit the shadows if you attack or dodge or when your stamina is empty. You perform a supernatural move to your target and cause damage upon landing. Kind of like that one. Let's see. You concentrate in your blood in your hands field. If your target is already stunned, you embrace them automatically. That just gives it an AoE effect. Yeah, gonna get spring. Gonna have a nice little jump there. Ultimate, you lose control, not the beast. That probably is level 10 though. Alright, let me grab body. Let's see. That requires another 300. Well, I'm not going to be biting too much because I got my little bloodletting knife. Don't really need to improve my bite damage. Let's see, physical prowess. Let me boost my stamina. And might as well increase my blood capacity. That last 300. There we go. Now I'm slightly stronger. Oh, and it skips a night for some reason. Oh, I'm level 8 now. Okay. Oh, 25 shillings? Do I just get paid every night? Thanks, Cora. I appreciate that. I am not above flattery. And thank you for showing up. I'll be ending my stream in like another 10-15 minutes, but... Yes, she did, Ari. I gave her your username and she was like, oh, let me follow him too. So. Got an extra follower. Alright. Bring the medicine to Dorothy Crane in the patient's room. Where is the patient's room, though? Probably upstairs. Alright. Yeah. See. That's for Dr. Tibbet's room. Oh, thank you, Cora. Appreciate that. Thank you for the follow. If anybody else is watching who hasn't followed, I would appreciate it. Yep, the game is called Vampyr. It's came out in 2018. Basically, play a doctor who was just turned into a vampire, and you gotta figure out what's going on with the plague and also who turned you into a vampire. Trying to... I don't know where I'm going. Where is my mission? Let's see. Bring the medicine to Dorothy Crane in the patient's room. Where is the patient's room? Is it just downstairs? Nope, that goes to outside. And this goes to the morgue. No, it's a specific character. You have no control over what he looks like or anything. No, that's wannabe priest. I don't know where. Let's see, that's Pippa. Let's see, unknown. Dorothy Crane. There we go.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Well, the
Yes,
whole
nurse.
hospital
You've
is
worked your
just
first miracle,
super
Doctor.
disorganized.
Now,
I mean,
this
all of
patient
their
here needs
medical
immediate
equipment was
treatment.
apparently in a morgue
Duty calls.
that they had locked
When the
away.
storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same
So I'm not
basic
surprised that
ingredients.
everything's all over the place.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Let's see. So diseases decrease the blood quality of a citizen. Use the correct medicine to heal them. Speak to the patient in the room behind Dorothy to check his medical status.
He always knew the words to calm the...
Oh. That's not what I want to do. This is what I wanted to do. So I can't see anything until I talk to him.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No,
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that
So
this
you're
pain
here
is
to
the
get
reason
help.
you're here.
So there is a thing I can
Is
do to
someone
help.
taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Let's see.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You're literally in a hospital. Like, it's okay to ask for help when you're in a hospital. Okay, so if I give him this, he'll
You're
cure his
not a
fatigue.
burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the follower goal. I think it just might be Twitch's basic streaming software. I might have to switch over to OBS or something. Just because it's getting a little annoying have to trying to fix the chat and everything every single time I stream.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I mean, that's fair. I'll let you get some
I'll
rest
let you
then.
get some rest then.
That'll be nice.
Don't waste your time with me.
And who are you?
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick.
You'll need to install stream
Could you
elements
check
along
on
with it,
him,
which you can
please, Dr.
download both at once.
I've heard much of your
Yeah, I
talents
gotta
as a
figure out how
physician.
to do everything with OBS then. Because I downloaded OBS and it was just very confusing. I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow, so I'll have some time to figure it out. And if I don't figure out, I can just go back to this and deal with it for another day or two.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
So, overprotective mother. Cool.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
I bet you she killed off her own husband.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
This
I'm
wild
a teacher
guess.
by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
That's nice.
What do you think of your reception
He
here?
definitely killed her husband.
Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital.
Yeah,
What
Cora,
gave you
Ari,
such
and I
a
worked
bad
together.
first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start.
And at
And
some
that
point we
nurse,
will
Miss
be
Hawkins,
doing
seems
a
to have quite
collaboration stream.
dubious attitude.
What
Some
do you
point.
mean?
She managed to secure
We
a
don't know
bed for
when
my
yet.
son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
Okay, new hint for Pippa.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
So Pippa and Milton, not the best couple around. That's cool.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
No, it shouldn't be. Alright.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Alright, what time is it? About 8:30. What's in here? Take some glass vials. Have I... Oh, wrong button.
As for me,
I haven't talked to you yet.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I mean, I can give you a third, fourth, and
Would
fifth
you mind
opinion
telling
if you
me more
want.
about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
At least he knows what he wants. Let's see, he's healthy.
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
I'm all right. Considering the state of this place, I should consider myself lucky, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough. So, yeah, he doesn't have anything bothering him. I could mesmerize him, but not gonna do that. I'm gonna try and avoid killing anybody unless I actually have to.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Have you tried using one of your feet instead of an arm? I mean, monkeys can do it.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
Yeah, just use your tongue. Hold the hammer with your tongue. It's okay.
I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want
Or
to
if you
operate
can't hold the
yourself, Dr.
hammer,
Reed?
you know, hold the nail with
I
your
have the
tongue.
feeling you're very
It'll work
capable.
out.
And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your
Why are
case.
they arguing
Strickland
about
and
broken arm?
Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is, I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
I'm not sure why they're even
Goodbye
arguing.
for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
We got...
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
I started here about
Yes, I've
3
been
nights ago,
informed about
finally
your arrival.
introducing myself.
I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
But I'm like an actual doctor. Not only that, I save lives in the battlefield. Like, I don't know how that can be dabbling. Let's see. Thoughts on
Tell me,
Strickland's
Waverly,
research?
what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory.
So,
Now
for
that,
anybody who
sir,
wasn't
is
there
a
or
myth.
doesn't
Are you
remember,
thinking about something in particular?
Strickland
Harvey
was
Fiddick needs delicate
doing some
surgery.
research on blood
I believe we should stick
transfusion,
to the
and he
usual
was very
procedure,
sus about
but my young colleague
how he was doing it.
disagrees.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
Yeah, I actually, let me turn that off now. That should turn it off now. I keep forgetting to put it in streamer mode.
If you are going to lead this surgery, I'm trusting you to assume the consequences of your actions, whatever the result.
I'm not the kind of man who runs away from his responsibilities, Dr. Reed. There is no need for you to be looking over my shoulder.
Alright.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Let's see. That's Kane. Who is that out there? I can't even go out that way. Blood Temptation. Remember, Citizen's Blood will provide you a massive XP boost. Look for citizens of your mesmerized level or below and choose wisely. So, I do know that the game is much, much harder if you do not drink anybody's blood. Mainly because the game... So the max level for normal enemies will be at 35. And at a certain point, the game will automatically place enemies at 10 levels above you. But the max level for your character is, I believe, level 50. So, but if you only drink... If you don't drink anybody's blood, the max level you can get to is like 25 or 26. So it's much harder to beat the game. You're basically playing with a massive handicap by not drinking blood. Oh, where am I going? With Brannigan, Clay Cox. Oh, yeah, that's right. He was injured.
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed. Still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
What's a Tai thing to do?
Do you ever think about that poor fellow?
Oh, the hardest mode.
The wound
I mean, I'm probably going to go for the good ending, which means you can't kill anybody. Only because that I haven't beaten this game before. In fact, this is already farther than I've ever gotten before in this game. So all of this is brand new to me.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
But so far I can handle things.
The first
So
time
far.
I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently
And
had
maybe
to
if
kill
I
a
ever do a
brother.
second playthrough, I'll
Poor arsehole
do
thought it
the
would be easy to return the favor.
do the absolutely evil thing to do and kill everybody, cause complete chaos.
Perhaps you're right. Maybe only the strongest will survive in these dark times.
If there must be only one, in the end, make no mistake, I'll be the winner.
Let's see. I do need to make another treatment for fatigue.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
Oh no, ask a doctor. I don't have any
See you
medicine.
later.
Alright.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Yep. I'll leave Mr. Cox alone. Alright, let's talk to Miss Gwyneth here.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Oh
the new
god, it's
surgeon
another
here at the
awkward
Pembroke.
conversation.
Dr. Swansea has already told us
Camera.
about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little
I don't know what that
surprised,
technique is, but
I
I
suppose
hope
I'll
it's
just
good.
have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Alright. So, Tippett praises
Why
you.
does Dr. Tippett's claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If
That
I
was
had
the
not
patient
covered up
we
his errand,
found in the
Dr.
morgue.
Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett's in our situation?
I mean, if he's actively killing people by accident, yeah, you can afford to lose him.
Perhaps you did it with the best intentions, Nurse Brannigan, but you took a great risk. Must I remind you that a man died?
You mean you've never made a mistake? Never covered your tracks?
No,
Come on, Doctor. I wasn't born.
I definitely didn't kill my sister or anything. Alright.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
And it's about 8:40, so we're gonna start closing up the stream. I'm gonna go ahead, jump into my office. This feels like a good place to, feels like a good place to save. Morning, Rydia. I'm just about to end stream, unfortunately. Glad you could make it, though. Oh, now this door's open. Of course. Of course now this door's open. That's... Alright, whatever. Whatever. I can deal with it in the next stream. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'll steal people away if I have to. Alright, so... that's it for this morning. Thank y'all for coming by. Appreciate the follow from Quora there. I will not be streaming tomorrow, but I will be streaming again same time on Friday, 7:30 a.m. Eastern to 8:30 a.m. Eastern. But yeah, thank you guys for coming by. And I see most of you will probably be joining for RE stream, so see all of you there. And goodbye.